We are going through exercise 13G, question 1, and in this video we're going through D, in which we have y equals 2 log base 10 3x. Let's begin by finding what my domain is going to be. So what is my domain going to be for this question? We remember that when we come to logs, you cannot log a negative number, nor can you log 0. So that means whatever is inside our brackets here, so in this case 3x, it has to be greater than 0. And of course, we can divide both sides by 3 here, which means that x has to be greater than 0. Another way we could say that is that it's between 0 and infinity. Both of those are adequate ways to write that. The next thing that we have to do is find my range, but we're going to save that until it is sketched and it will make more sense. The next thing that we need to do is find my x-intercept. We find the x-intercept by letting y equal 0. By letting y equal 0. So in this case, what we're going to get is 0 equals 2 log of 10 3x. The first thing that I can do is get rid of this 2 out the front by dividing both sides by 2. So that means I'm going to have 0 equals log 10 to the 3x, and as I've said in previous videos, this 2 here, so this is a dilation by a factor of 2 from the x-axis, it's going to have no effect on my x-intercept, so any numbers out the front, because I can get rid of them in this fashion, it's not going to impact my x-intercept. This is, the 3 in front of my x is going to impact it, because now when I come to write this in index form, which will be a base of 10, a base of 10 raised to the 0 equals 3x. I now can say, well, this is going to be 1 because 10 raised to the 0 is 1. Then this is going to be 3x. I then have to divide both sides by 3, so I'm going to get 1 over 3 equals x, which means my x-intercept is going to be a third 0. So that right there is my x-intercept. I now can start sketching things. So the fact that my domain is x is greater than 0 confirms what I already know, and that is that my x asymptote is going to be right here. Right here. X equals 0. Then we have this right here. We have, before I do that, let me give it a sketch because it's easier to sketch before I draw it. I'm going to get something that looks like this. That is perfect. This right here is going to be 1/3 0. Now, I can now figure out what my range is. It's obviously going to be all real numbers. Now, hopefully you already know this, and that's the fact that we are going to have to put in another point. And the reason why we're going to have to put another point is because what we've drawn right now is not specific enough to this. So that means I'm going to have to find another point, meaning I'm going to have to sub in a number. So I'm just going to come here and write another point. In the previous videos, I went into a lot of detail as to why you have to find this other point, so please refer to them. All right, another point. Let's let x equal 1. Let x equal 1, which means what you're going to have is y equals 2 log to the base 10. 3 times 1 is 3. And this is where you'd have to use your cas. I'm going to come here. I'm going to bring my cas up. I'm going to go 2. Whoops. Control log 10 3 control enter that 0.954 come over here. This is going to be 0.954. So that means when I put 1 in here, I come across this is going to be 0.954. Now that I have 2 points, I now have given this some sort of, some degree of scale. So now it makes more sense. If I just had left it as the x-intercept, it would not work. And with that, I have now put in all the information I needed to. This graph is finished. This question is done. Hopefully it made sense to you.